On this next episode of Outlook TV, Vancouver Pride Society's Unicorn Ball.
Josh Beamish's dance, Lone Wolf.
Mary Cherry from the NYC joins for Cookie's drag show, and much, much more.
Hello and welcome to Outlook TV.
And I'm Robert Mackay, and you're watching the Queer Magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast.
We're going to start it off with Josh Beamish, who goes solo.
Leapingly a charge, Rebecca. It's the Lone Wolf Show. Let's see what it's all about.
We're at the Annex Theatre in downtown Vancouver, where tonight Joshua Beamish is going to be performing the Lone Wolf, which is a solo performance of dances that are being choreographed by him and two of his associates. Let's go meet Joshua.
I am a contemporary dance and ballet choreographer, and I also perform. And so I will create anything from a range of productions for major ballet companies with large casts to solo works like what you would see tonight that I perform myself. And then I've also worked in film and television as well. Lone Wolf is actually, it's my first full-length solo production. So I've performed short solos for galas or events, but I've never done a full evening of just myself performing. And I was coming to a point in my dancing where I was pretty sure that I was going to stop performing completely. And then I was touring with this woman from New York City Ballet, Wendy Whalen, but working with her and performing with her reignited an interest for me in being on stage myself. But I've been largely only performing my own work for my entire career. And I was working so much in institutional ballet at the time that I chose people who were as far away from what I do and ballet as you could get. So Amy's work is conceptual in a way that I had never been exposed to or considered. And then Noam Genal, who is Vancouver-based and a local gay choreographer who was one of the founders of the Holy Body Tattoo, and now he has accompanied the Vision Impure. And he created the third work. Then my work is doing things that are virtuosic in a sense of what male ballet dancers would typically do, but then a lot of the movement is more sensuous in what might typically be danced by a woman. So there's a lot of movement of like my shoulders or hips. But again, I'm not trying to necessarily dance effeminately. It's what people choose to see in it or read into it. For me, it's just my vocabulary, my way of moving all the fusions of the types of dance I've done in my life. But it definitely is a perception of narcissism and attraction and desire. And for me, those feelings are all related to men. So obviously, I think if you're a gay man in the audience watching it, then I think the piece is very gay. And if you're not, maybe you don't see it that way. But it is definitely overtly sexual.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the Annex in downtown Vancouver.
Next, we've got international comedy on Vancouver's Commercial Drive.
Daniel Ryan Spaulding tickles your funny bone, among other things, with his comedy show.
Hi guys, we're downtown Vancouver at Havana Restaurant where we're going to meet Daniel Ryan Spaulding, comedian from Vancouver but now living in Amsterdam.
I live in Amsterdam, but I travel a lot because my career is sort of all over Europe. I used to live in Scandinavia, and I'm also half Croatian, so I do a lot of work in the Balkans and in Germany, but for the most part, I'm in the Netherlands.
Sexy Croatians, letting everyone know that they're gay. No one's gonna stop us. We even have police here to protect us. They're gonna protect us.
Well, being openly gay in Europe isn't a problem really, but ultimately, like, some countries are more progressive than others. Because I'm a stand-up comedian, I'm usually meeting people through my work, and people that go to a stand-up comedy show tend to be relatively open-minded people.
Where would we be as a planet without lesbians? Honestly, wherever in the world there is a social injustice, a lesbian is always first on the scene.
So I don't really encounter, a lot of negativity and homophobia I think also people, if you're from a different culture, like if you're from a more Western culture, some Eastern European cultures might not hold you to the same standards as they would their own.
Sustainability, child poverty, whatever, I'm checking Grindr.
I also like to turn things upside down and on their heads, you know, like I think there's a lot of like these tough straight guy comics who always need to have some sort of routine about their perception of gay people, and so I kind of like to turn it around and make fun out of straight people.
I want to, you know, inspire young kids out there to not be ashamed of themselves. I mean, wasn't that something that we were trying to achieve in the gay community? Does anyone remember It Gets Better? Yeah, but then Instagram came along. Now I just take photos of my lunch and I'm like, you know what, kids? Figure it out for yourself.
Honestly, I don't really think about anyone but myself. I'm really self-involved. I don't really watch comedy or anything. I just entirely focused on myself and just adore myself.
Where's my Nobel Peace Prize, Malala?
Hey, OutTV, keep it real.
This is Kyle with OutlookTV. We were just at Daniel Ryan Spaulding's comedy show. Go ahead and check him out online.
We're going to have to take a little break now.
I ate a cookie 5 minutes earlier, but I have 2 hips, so it's time for round 2.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
In this next segment, we find out why queers know roleplay and revealing chainmail.
We're going to Stormcrow, aren't we?
For quests and queers.
Hey guys, it's Emily Ann Fraser and I'm here with Outlook TV, and tonight we are at the Stormcrow on the Drive. We are about to embark on a quest with some queers. So grab your compass and a trusty steed and let your gay lead the way.
Claim one of these roads, and this dude becomes this meeple. Tonight is Quest and Queers. We do it once a month at the Stormcrow Ale House and the Stormcrow Tavern. I'm the host, GM Tim, and it's basically it's like an LGBTQIT plus night for games and silliness and friends and drinks and food.
What are the games that you've got today?
Generally at the games we play almost everything we've got here. So Catan is always a big one, same with Carcassonne. When I remember it, I bring my own game I've got called Noisy Person Cards, and it's a voice acting game. So we usually go around the table and do that. It's a good icebreaker if people are like really quiet.
I see that happening. To see the size of your whatever.
We definitely promote ourselves as an LGBTQ friendly space. We want our space to be inclusive as possible, so we want that also to be like accessible for differently abled people, and we just try and reinforce events like that to make everybody sure that they're welcome within our walls.
Now, you get 2 points right off the bat as a city.
And 3 points at the end of the game.
No. Or you can claim
So
the
my
road.
roommate and one of my best friends of many, many, many years hosts this gay gaming night, and that's what I'm here for.
What's your favorite board game to play?
Not exactly board, but it's bananagrams. It's like maybe like 50 tiles on a table, and you grab 20, and then you basically flip them over and you speed Scrabble.
Somebody who's at home and kind of nervous about these events, what would you say to them to bring them out?
I'm quite shy, but like when I get around people, I'm pretty welcoming, and that's what everybody is like here. Like if you're new, then you don't have to worry about it. Like we're just like, hey, how's it going, friend? Come play a board game with us, and then it's instant friend making.
On a scale from Captain Kirk to Frodo, what is your nerd factor?
I would say I'm a T'Pol. Yeah, so pretty nerdy, because that's an Enterprise reference and nobody likes Enterprise except for this person.
Doctor Who.
Adama.
What a journey. And now's the part where we ride off into the sunset. But it's Vancouver, so I'll drive home in the rain. It's Emily Ann Fraser. Thanks for watching. This is Outlook TV.
All the way from New York City, Mary Cherry made an appearance in Vancouver.
And she was sporting her wigs in Cookie's drag show. Derek's got the story.
Hey everyone, I'm Derek, reporting for OutlookTV in Vancouver, and tonight we're at the iconic Railway Stage and Beer Cafe, checking out the drag show Cookies, a show about body positivity. So let's go and check it out. It's about to start.
Tonight, we are hosting a drag show about body positivity. It's cutely called Cookies, and we're basically showing people what our bodies are capable of doing. So whether that's dance or why we think our bodies are beautiful, but that's the whole angle of tonight.
I have a lot of events. I'm a full-time drag queen, so I have my hand in a lot of different cookie jars. That's why I'm so voluptuous, honey. Mother of Brooklyn, darling. So many people spend so much time inside their heads and hating themselves. It's a lot more than I think people really realize. And you can just, as someone that did it for so long, you can tell the people that are like that just by the way they talk. And all I want to do now is like hug those people. No one's gonna wait for you. So if you're gonna have a pity party, don't invite me, okay? And don't invite yourself. If I can get out there and know that you're fierce.
Your body is with you for life. The quicker and sooner you can learn to love it, the better. But definitely make sure you're having those conversations with close friends, relatives, chosen family, whoever you feel like will be a good sounding board for you to talk to, because it isn't going to be easy for everyone.
And if your love for me doesn't die, I'll find you in the night.
I'm someone that likes to think they're curvaceous and sweet, and I just think it's really important that everyone, especially people who do drag, are just really confident with who they are and like their personas. So I think that body positivity is just really loving the skin you're in, even when there's a buttload of makeup on it.
Get naked, and you stand in front of the mirror, and you look at your body, and you sit in that feeling of self-hatred. And then when you're done sitting in that feeling of self-hatred, you look yourself in the eye and you say, you're beautiful exactly as you are. Say, I don't care how your body looks. I look beautiful. That's my advice to people.
What a great show that was. After that, I sure do feel body beautiful. I'm Derek, reporting for OutlookTV in Vancouver.
What could be gayer than a bunch of unicorns?
Not much.
Well, that's why we had a queer unicorn ball for the Vancouver Pride Society.
They're strapping on their horns. Let's check it out.
Hi, this is Stephen Moore. I'm at the Unicorn Ball here in Vancouver, and I'm here with OutlookTV.
This is our unicorn horn setup station. So we've got unicorn cookies for sale for $2, and then we've got your make your own unicorn horn. So you buy a unicorn horn here of your choosing, and then you move on over to our next station and decorate the hell out of it.
So far, the fact that I got to make this beautiful horn, because I didn't have one, so now I have one, so I'm super happy.
For me, it's the glitter and just everyone's like choice of fashion. It's fun.
Looking at all the gorgeous costumes. And there's so many beautiful people here.
I'm here for the ball pit, so we're just waiting to get a little drunk, and then we're going to the ball pit.
So this is a fundraiser put on by Vancouver Pride Society, and all the funds raised here tonight go to benefit small community groups to do their work during Pride season and throughout the year.
Stroking pillows. I'm so stoked on these pillows.
we saw the sequence.
And I really need to say I'm not even stoned. I'm a little bit stoned, but that's
But
it.
yeah, mostly it's
I'm not as high as you'd think to be as
I
entertaining.
agree. I'm in the same boat.
And what's the best part so far?
The sequence, how they move.
I'm a texture person, really. Like, I don't know, give it a...
I have full control on this sequence.
I could just, it's soothing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm killing some time before a party that starts at midnight happens, and I made this thing, so I figured I'd commit.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to take another little break now.
But after these messages, we'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
And in this next segment, we find out how colleges all over the world have queers that are smart as engineers.
Are they EngiQueers?
EngiQueers.
We saw engineers in last year's Vancouver Pride Parade, which is quite unusual. We wanted to know more about them, so we reached out. We're here with Vanessa from EngiQueers Canada. Vanessa, how did EngiQueers Canada start?
The summer in between first and second year, I had been at the Toronto Pride Parade, and there were a handful of engineering schools that were marching in the parade. And I was very excited to see that, and also sad to not see McMaster Engineering there that year. So I basically went back to my school, and the idea of EngiQueers kind of got started, and there were a couple other LGBTQ engineering groups around Ontario at the time. So I figured, you know, a couple other people have done it, let's do it here. And we were able to get it approved. It was around 2015 when we started to attend conferences, and it was at that national conference, the Canadian Federation of Engineering Students, their conference on diversity in engineering. I gave a talk about it, and it wasn't until September 2016 when we decided, like, let's make this official, EngiQueers Canada. And it was about 8 months after that that we became a certified not-for-profit of Canada.
And what is EngiQueers Canada's mandate?
All of our chapters have 3 main mandates. So the first one is social connection. So that's bringing together the queer community and ally relationship and just, you know, having fun events. The second one is education and advocacy. We actually just recently ran a nationwide Valentine's fundraising campaign where we raised money for Rainbow Railroad, which saves LGBTQ lives from abroad. The last one is professional development. So engineering is a very, you know, serious profession, and there is a lot of professional development opportunities that we want to bring to our queer students.
Vancouver's Pride Parade EngiQueers included Emily from the University of Victoria. Emily?
Tell us about your experience in the Vancouver Pride Parade.
I got in touch with Vancouver Pride to get us a spot in the walk. They were also really nice. They waived all of the fees for us since we're student groups. So thank you, Vancouver Pride. Yeah, it was just such a great time having everyone together and meeting people from different schools as well who were starting similar initiatives as us.
And what would you say to LGBTQ students?
There's a lot of people in engineering that are probably very similar to you. Going through the same experience as you are. So I reach out, find a diversity in engineering club. If there's no club at your school that's similar to ours, you can always start your own. People are realizing that having diversity in engineering is actually a good thing. Get a lot of more perspectives that way.
Thank you very much, Emily. And that's it for the EngiQueers. This is Gareth CJ Wee for Outlook TV.
It's another anniversary for Carlotta Girl.
Number 7, and she's absolutely Dragulous.
Isn't she though?
I'm in a fantastic, amazing mood right now. It's my 7-year anniversary hosting this incredible show, Absolutely Dragulous, right down here at the Junction every Saturday night. I couldn't be more happy. We have a wide array of performers. We have the fantastic corporate entertainer, beautiful Tracy Bell is here. The amazing Alma Bitches is here. The legendary Mina Mercury is here. We have run the gamut and got the best of the best.
And it's Carlotta Girl's 7th anniversary show. I can't believe it's been going on this long, but the hype's definitely there. The crowd's definitely out. It's a lot of fun.
Spence did the poster this year. It was an amazing job. Another good friend, Judy Sketch Lewinson, did an amazing new video for my 7-year. My incredible designer and best friend, Tracy Cole, did an incredible costume to close the show for me. And of course, all the people behind the scenes, all the staff and management here at the Junction. It takes a village, and I have the best village at my disposal.
Like a watcher. Touch for the very first time. Like a
First of all, I'm very happy to collaborate with an amazing dance team called the House of La Douche. They're a fantastic, amazing bunch of dancers, and every year they choreograph an incredible new number for me, and we perform it in the show right here. And I'm not slowing down yet, or possibly ever. I'm still keep going. When I go out, I want to go out dancing.
That is all the time we have for this episode of Outlook TV, but you know we'll be back really soon.
That's right, and in the meantime, you have plenty of social channels to contact us at. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever else the kids are playing with, or shoot us an email if you want to volunteer with us.
We are tons of fun and we would love to have you.
We'd love it.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay. Stay fabulous, Canada.